Something that happens once in a lifetime and once in a location.
Really performing.
If you want to just invite them up when you're done.
Who's there?
Justin, Peter, and Carly. Justin, Peter, and Carly.
USL, 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 USL. If you don't know the words, they're up here. USL, USL, USL.
Feel like a band director. All right.
I think with everybody coming in, we got our young players coming in the back.
We're gonna.
This is for them.
Stage.
This is for them.
So, go ahead. We want to remind you again. I need a little bit more volume. There we go. We want to remind you again to use the hashtag #WorstKeptSecret. Let's continue to do that. We have some very important people on the stage with us, so we're going to introduce them shortly. I do want to tell you that this does not end here, folks. This like pauses here and then heads down the road for an after party at Marble Brewery. So, who's with us?
Like any announcement or any special occasion, you know, ceremoniously you want to mark it with a celebration afterwards, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a wake. We always want to celebrate with libations and fun and people, but you're going to want to go to the after party after the news you're about to receive. This is your last opportunity to text all your friends who aren't here and brag that you are about to find out what the worst kept secret is in the state, perhaps even in the country. I'll go ahead and say in the country. We're at a moment in society where hyperbole works. So hashtag worst kept secret. This may be the last time you're able to tweet, Instagram, or Facebook that and make the people who aren't here very, very jealous. Carlos.
Yeah, so we're going to get into the explanation of that secret. And without further ado, I'm going to use this microphone. Without further ado, I do want to introduce Mr. Peter Trevisani, everybody. Peter.
Okay, I already screwed that up. All right, welcome everybody. Really, really exciting. I'm Peter Trevisani. I'm an owner and the president of the Worst Kept Secret in New Mexico. And thanks, Carlos and Hakeem. Great to have you guys here, and welcome everybody else. What I would also like to say is everybody staying standing the whole time? I like that. What do you I never told them to sit down. It's hot. It's hot. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. We'll get back up. But
it's like church now. You get to see it.
Awesome. Now I feel taller too. That's great. Before we rip the Band-Aid off the worst kept secret in New Mexico, I did want to thank some of the other owners who, without them, this secret would not have been possible. You know, our ownership group really shares a commonality, which is that we are all either born and raised in New Mexico or have chosen to raise our families here. And yeah, what a great... Yeah, this is our team, it's by us, and it's for us. And so with that, I'd like to introduce Ben Spencer. Ben's son, Ben Jr., just won an MLS Cup with Toronto FC last year. Great job, Ben, yeah. Jason Harrington from HB Construction. He's a great guy. Ed Garcia from Garcia Automotive, and yeah. Thanks, Ed, and the entire family, and Carlos and Toby, thank you very much. And then Ian Mckinnon, who's not here today. Ian was born and raised in Albuquerque, went to Albuquerque Academy, is a tremendous patron of the state, and is so excited to see us be activated in this community with this team. So yeah, it's Ian. So with that, we're getting really close to rip off what's left of this Band-Aid on this secret, and we're going to start it off with the video.
At his best. Wow. Still free to shot. And a goal!
So that is what we're bringing to New Mexico, except 10 times louder and a lot more goals. So with that, I would like to introduce the Chief Operating Officer of the USL. This is the fastest growing league in America, and under their stewardship, they are bringing some of the most exciting young soccer players onto the pitch and right here to New Mexico. So with that, Justin Papadakis.
All right. Well, really what a special day today is for our sport, for the city of Albuquerque, the state of New Mexico, and our league. So on behalf of our CEO, Alec Papadakis, our president, Jake Edwards, and the entire USL family, thank you for having me here today. The best part of my job is definitely getting to go to all of our markets and visiting with the ownership, with the coaches, the players, and the fans. And because we have 33 teams and growing across the country, I'm in airports a lot. And you can't help go to airports these days without seeing the New Mexico True advertising campaign. And for those watching online today that haven't been to New Mexico, and you should, the meaning of the True in the advertising campaign is that whether you're talking about the people, the places, the landscapes, all of your experiences in New Mexico are authentic. And the same approach we have in the USL, we really try to bring an authentic version of football or soccer to our communities. And we do that in large part by being a supporter and fan-driven league. So first, I want to recognize and thank the supporters here today. We have several members of the American Outlaws and other supporters. So thank you for being here. It's really your passion that is driving the growth of the sport, and your voice that provides such memorable soundtrack at all the matches. So thank you again. We have many distinguished guests here today, but I don't know if he's here yet, but one person I want to give a special thanks to is Mayor Keller. The projects of this size really need a strong partner at the city and state level. And in one of our first conversations, what really struck me is the ownership group said, you know, Albuquerque is a city that if you have a good idea, you can come here and actually get it done. And our idea and vision was to bring professional soccer and bring affordable family entertainment to the city and to the state. And thanks to Mayor Keller and his staff, we were able to get it done. The foundation of soccer in New Mexico has been built for decades by other members that are with us today, and that's the youth all the way up to the collegiate levels. So we have the Corrales Soccer Club with us here today, so thank you. Thank you to the players, thank you to the parents. We also have, I believe Josh Groves is here from New Mexico Youth Soccer Association and the 20,000 players that he represents. And Carly, with the going up to the collegiate levels with the men's and women's programs at University of New Mexico. Thank you for really building soccer to what it is today in New Mexico. New Mexico is going to be joining a 33 other markets across the United States and Canada that are embracing the passion and excitement of our sport like never before. In the 2018 season, we'll see over 3 million people come through the gates and support their club with the hopes of one day lifting the trophy, the USL Cup that you see out the hallway. So hopefully, maybe next year, years to come, it's going to be coming here to New Mexico. New Mexico will be joining a thriving league and be able to play against some great regional rivals, Phoenix and Drogba, Las Vegas, El Paso. So we're excited to have New Mexico part of that, and I think you'll be scoring a lot of goals, I'll tell you that. So none of this would have been possible without the really strong commitment of time, resources, energy of the ownership group. So a big thank you to Peter, Ed Garcia, Jason Harrington, Ian McKinnon, and Ben Spencer. We're honored that you chose USL to be partners with, and we look forward to working with you in the years to come. So big thank you. So together with the ownership group, Amanda Powers and her staff, the city, and everyone in this room, and of course the fans, supporters, we have a lot of work to do between now and kickoff in 2019. But you really have all the ingredients here to build a successful team, and Peter and this ownership group are going to be working every day to make sure that you have a club that you can support and be proud to call your own. So without further ado, Peter, if you would mind joining me up front here. It's my pleasure to officially welcome New Mexico to the United Soccer League for the 2019 season.
Wow, that's amazing. Just a couple things, and I'll be pretty quick because it is pretty hot up here too. But I just, first of all, it's a great day for the state of New Mexico, an amazing day for our ownership group and for everyone in this soccer community. And if I could be a little selfish, for a second for myself and my wife Wendy and Pierce and Luke and Blake. So just really a dream come true. But I do have to ask, who was surprised? What? What? Okay. Well, for those that were hoping we're getting a professional cornhole team, yeah, I've talked to Justin and we're going to be working on that in maybe 22. So it could be coming. Look, I'll confess too, I wasn't surprised either. I kind of felt like I knew it was coming. I have another confession, which is that I didn't grow up watching or playing soccer. It wasn't until 1998 when I was living in England, and England was playing Argentina in the World Cup, when I decided to go next door to a local pub to watch the game. And when I walked into that pub, I couldn't have been more of an outsider. I was a foreigner, I didn't know much about the game, and I certainly didn't appreciate what it meant to all the people in that pub who were trying to will England to victory that day. But for the next 90 minutes, I stood shoulder to shoulder with them, and I was just another bloke trying to make this victory for England despite all odds. And so in that moment, I was hooked on the game of soccer. What I saw on the screen, the energy of the players, the energy of the fans and the supporters and the flags and the music and the singing. And so that stuck with me. But what I've learned over the last 20 years is that the real power of soccer is the power it has to unite even the most diversified groups of people. And it's that power to unite that we're going to use as the core pillar for our team. That is why on our first scarf, our founder scarves, the ones that are around your neck today, we have a single word, which is unity. And so that is where we're going to be heading. So, yeah. This is about a lot more than soccer. Yeah, we want to score goals on the field, but what we really want to do is create a platform for the community of New Mexico to engage with each other in a way they've never been able to before. We believe that we can be an agent of change that helps make this great state continue to be great, which we are. So to wrap it up, I just want to let you know that we're committed. We're in. The ownership group is in. The check's been written. The bill's been paid. Right, Justin? Okay. We've had a management team working on this every day, all year long, so that we can bring a phenomenal product onto the field in March of 2019. And we also don't just expect you to come see us when we're playing at what we believe to be not just the best park in New Mexico, but one of the best stadiums we have in this country, Isotopes Park. Yeah. And by the way, that couldn't have been done without amazing collaboration from John Traub, Ken Young from the Isotopes, Mayor Keller, Lawrence Real from the city. Everybody came together and said, we have to make this happen, and that's what we did. We made this happen. So with that, I just want to say we are going to show up and work hard every single day to build your trust and build your support so that we can have one team for one state, New Mexico. Thank you. So we put a little video together so you could see what we think that looks like. So check it.
This is what happens when we listen to that voice inside of us. The one that has been kicking itself around for quite some time, my friends. The time has come. We are here, no longer at a crossroads, more like the main drag with one direction in mind, one goal. It's time to come together.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys. Thank you, sir.
All young men with suits and ties, just sitting in the crowd smoking big cigars. I hope you're ready for what's coming now. I'm the one, I'm the lady that will bring you down.
from the beginning.
There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the river, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one, I'm the lady that'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this
It's written in black and white, stitched together and pushed along by determined feet. This is we. This is us. New Mexico, united.
joint on the corner where the big boys play.
Hello. There we are. When I say New Mexico, y'all say united. New Mexico. United. New Mexico. United. When I say New Mexico, y'all say united. New Mexico. United. New Mexico. United. That's how we have to sound all season, y'all. This is practice. We call this practice. Thank you, Peter. Thank you to the league. Thank you to you, New Mexico. I didn't grow up here. Some of y'all might not know that because it feels like I've always been here. But I grew up in New Jersey, and I played soccer my entire life. I did grow up watching soccer on television, and it meant a lot to me. It's how I've been able to make friends in my adult life. It's something I get to share with my son. So for me, it is about family and community and friends. And so I'm in a particularly unique opportunity now to introduce someone who is my friend. And now he's actually my employer. But I'm gonna tell you this about the guy that's about to come to the stage, because he was mentioned already earlier, is that there's something about soccer or football, wherever, depending upon what part of the world you live in, that is all about pride. It's about pride when your team is losing. It's actually mostly about pride when your team is losing. And it's about pride when your team is winning. And I hope that everybody in this room, and I think that everybody in New Mexico can agree with me, that the man that's coming to the stage now is one of the proudest sons of New Mexico. Make some noise for Mayor Tim Keller.
All right, New Mexico, are we ready for some soccer? That's right. I mean, I got to tell you, growing up here, we always talked about this. I remember for decades, we've had teams in and out, and we've had some good experiences, but we have never had the USL. That's right. We've never had this level of soccer before. This is professional soccer. This is also about getting even with our rivals in El Paso that we competed in everything. And I'm so happy to be here today to share in this moment. I want to thank the league, the U.S. Soccer League, the United Soccer League. And I also want to thank, of course, our ownership group. And I know a lot of them are sitting down here that I see. And, of course, Peter up here. And I want to say this, one thing that is special about this ownership group, most of us are actually from here, or we're returnees. And these folks who are involved in this are part of a broader story, a part about coming home and investing in your home, and about a commitment to raising our families here. This is just the beginning. And when I say that, you're going to see all sorts of projects from this same group over the next decade, even right here along this very street. And so I am so grateful as mayor that we are bringing back our best and brightest. We are keeping our best and brightest, and we are attracting best and brightest from around the country. That is the future of Albuquerque. And also, of course, a few shout outs. It's awesome at the city of Albuquerque that we've got folks like Hakeem now working with the city, folks like Carlos, and of course, I got to give some shout outs to our city councilors and Dave Campbell, our planning director, Lawrence Royale, Councilor Ike Benton is up here. We are coming together as a city. We are uniting, and we are uniting around this project. This was a no-brainer to me. I remember when it showed up in front of my desk, and folks were like, do you really want to do this, Mayor? And it was an easy choice. This is the right thing to do, and I appreciate the Isotopes. This is a city-owned facility. Obviously, it's leased out to our amazing affiliate baseball team, the Albuquerque Isotopes, but this is a community stadium, and we're bringing the community back to Isotopes Park. And so I even remember when I was in high school here, I was cut from the soccer team. So soccer, I was all about AYSO. I hung in there. Great program, but I didn't make the cut. But I remember seeing even our high school championships out at the old Albuquerque Sports Stadium. And so lots of good memories out there. And so we want to make sure and get the most out of our facilities. And so for me, I've been our mayor for about 6 months. But I do believe this. I have met thousands of Burqueños, and they feel it might take a few years, but we are on the verge of a tipping point. And part of it is about coming together as one Albuquerque. And it's about uniting around the things that we love. And we are going to unite around something we already love, which is soccer. And now we're taking it to the next level. So on behalf of the city of Albuquerque as mayor, I want to say congratulations. Thank you, USL. We're excited to play ball. Thank you.
One more round of applause. Mayor Keller, everybody. So I feel like we've all had to say whether we were born here or not so far. I was born and raised here, and I wasn't born and raised on the sport of soccer. But when you come from this place, you realize that the whole city becomes family. Right, and what I'm noticing about this phenomenon that is soccer, as I sat with Peter, as I learned more about the team, as I talked with my friend Hakeem, is that this thing can be a catalyst to bring community together. Communities from all different ends of our city, from all different corners of our state. It's a state initiative, right? So it's very exciting to hear the stories of the people that are putting their heart and soul into this thing, putting their money behind it, putting their trust behind it, and their belief behind it. And one of those most important individuals went so far as to take a step out of the competitive realm in the sport to lend her hand, her mind, and her skills to coaching. So leaving the ranks of playing and stepping into the ranks of coach, please help me welcome to the stage our next speaker, Miss Carly Nelson, everybody.
Thank you, Carlos. And just for the record, I am not from New Mexico. I've been here for 3 years, but I absolutely love it, and I feel like I could be from New Mexico. I just need to take a liking to the chili. But I'm getting there. So, Peter, thank you for allowing me to be here today. I'm super excited. What an exciting day for New Mexico and for the soccer community. Wow. So as a child growing up, I grew up in a town just south of Salt Lake City. I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old. My siblings chose to play sports other than soccer, baseball, basketball, softball. But I knew from a young age that soccer was my passion. As a young athlete, I played for a local club team. I was also involved in the Olympic development program and also played for my high school. After graduating, I played 4 years of college soccer, 2 in Iowa, 2 in Arizona, and then after that went overseas to play professionally in Iceland for Keflavik Football Club. I know soccer and I love soccer. I love the sport. After a year and a half in Iceland and one too many injuries, unfortunately, I felt the need to begin my coaching career, something I had dreamt of doing since I was 16 years old. Although it was difficult to stop playing, it was time to give back to the sport that had given me so much. An education, trips around the world, lifelong friendships, a career, and most importantly, a platform to give back. One of the most rewarding aspects of being a college soccer coach, and perhaps the reason I'm so passionate about coaching in general, is the opportunity to be a role model to college athletes at such an impressionable age. Our athletes are at a time in their lives where they're figuring out who they are, what they stand for, and what they want to do. I believe college soccer, and soccer in general, is a vehicle that allows us to develop strong, intelligent, resilient individuals. I mention this because I believe USL New Mexico will do the same for us as New Mexicans. It will help us continue to figure out who we are and what we stand for, while bringing us together and making us stronger as a community. As I mentioned earlier, the sport of soccer has given us an incredible platform to give back. Our athletes spend a lot of time in the community, either with the vets, at the Children's Hospital, at food banks. Based on discussions with Peter, the mission of this organization is to give back to the community as well. Soccer is simply a game that brings people together, but what excites me most about USL New Mexico is what will happen off the field. This team is a community engine with hopes of giving back and building a better New Mexico. Thank you.
So for those of you that were latecomers, and don't worry, you still joined the party. We are taking this party shortly to down the street to Marble Brewery. So we're almost done. We're almost done in this room. But I don't think we're done yet, are we, Peter? We have one more surprise for you.
All right. That was great. Thank you. Thank you, Carly, Mayor Keller. Amazing. Well, we feel like we may have let you down on the surprise with the soccer team. So we figured we'd have to come up with something else. And so we've talked about putting a team together that represents who we are as New Mexicans and who we are in our community. And Mayor Keller just said we need to bring back our best and our brightest. So we couldn't think of a better time to announce that we've signed our first player to play with us. This isn't just any player. This is someone who grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, played at El Dorado High School, was a star for the University of New Mexico men's Lobo soccer team, and went on to play in Real Salt Lake and a few other clubs in the MLS. And we're going to show you a little video so you can see who it is. Devin Sandoval.
Thank you. It's truly an honor to stand here before you all today. Please bear with me though, my public speaking skills are not as strong as my soccer skills. So. It's hard to put into words what this all means to me. Pride, joy, responsibility, family, and home are just a few words that come to mind. Soccer has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, and it was a dream of mine to play for UNM and a dream to play professionally. Reality has consistently exceeded my expectations and what I thought was possible, and being able to come home and play for my home professional team is a dream come true. My family and my roots are here in New Mexico, and I moved at this opportunity to come home to the community that shaped me into the man I am today. I remember being a young kid, looking up to guys like Brandon Moss, who went to El Dorado, who went to UNM, who went to MLS. He paved the way before me, and I hope to do the same. Because those kids who are in the stands watching us play will far exceed anything I've ever done in my career. I'm excited to be the first player for USL New Mexico, and with that comes tremendous responsibility to you and my team. I'm excited to give it all back to the fans, especially the young ones. Soccer is all about family, and come December, I'll be moving back with my wife and newborn daughter. And raising her here in New Mexico is a dream come true. I don't want to talk about myself anymore because this is bigger than me. This is about United New Mexico. This is about United New Mexico through the world's game and the sport I love. My message to you all and to New Mexico is the same message that I was taught at a young age, and that is to dream big. I encourage all of New Mexico to stand together and united as one and dream big together. So thank you.
So I know, can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me out there? There we are. So I know that Devin, we're so glad to have you home. He's bringing his family, which is part of the New Mexico Bring 'em Home Family Relocation Program. So all you little soccer players out there, you can chase your dreams and you can stay here with your family. That's what we're giving you an opportunity to do today. Okay. So Carlos is supposed to be working and he's on his phone. Carlos, why are you on your phone?
Because you all got a very important message just now.
Oh yeah, look at your phones right now. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
look at your phones right now. On your phones, you probably got a text to figure out how the best way, other than being here today, other than wearing these scarves, even when it doesn't match your outfit, the very best way to support New Mexico United is to become a supporter. Is to buy tickets, is to support us by coming out to the games and by listening to the drums and by screaming and doing some of the chants we did earlier. I'm trying to really sell you guys on that chant I did. So today, we have lots of opportunities for you to be the first responders, if you will, first supporters, if you will. Early adopters, I think the kids call it, the digital natives call it. So you can become a supporter on your phone. You can go to uslnm.org or .com. Or there are actually people in this room, if you don't like to put your credit card on the interwebs, that will help you get signed up right now before you leave here today.
Can you raise your hands if you are one of those people? Are they in the room or are they just outside? Oh, there we are.
There's Amanda.
Right there.
Amanda's one. And so we do have people, and there's one in the back that can help you get sorted out if you were not into this newfangled technology. So, but we would like for everyone who's going to leave here today and now start texting hashtag best kept secret or hashtag USLNM, that you will tell your friends that they should become supporters because you're already a supporter as well. Carlos.
Yeah, I would say copy and paste that text message and forward it to like 25 of your friends. Do that too to help this soccer team out. And you can continue to help us out and celebrate with us. We should all show up in mass, scarved at Marble Brewery. So we are going to take this opportunity to thank you for your time here. You can give yourselves a round of applause. The ownership and the leadership in the room that hit the mic recognized all the other leadership that was in the room. But thank you again, all of our elected officials, all of our ownership of the team. You can give them a round of applause. And we do want to invite those folks up on stage for a photo opportunity. You're welcome to take pictures and hashtag them so you can show New Mexico what leadership looks like, what unity looks like, and what the future looks like for our state. So thank you again for today, and join us at Marble Brewery. We'd like all those folks to the stage. One that has been kicking itself around for quite some time, my friends. The time has come. We are here. No longer at a crossroads. We like the main
like
drag
everyone
with
again.
one.
We would like everyone involved, all of the founding supporters, please come up here for a photo opportunity so we can celebrate our big day together.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
I don't. Newsflash, this just in. We will be marching over to the brewery, led, I'm sure, by these wonderful musicians over here. So let's all go together after this photo opportunity. If you're headed to Marble, walk over with us after we take this photo opportunity.